Hi guys, Debbie here with Wrestling in 60 Seconds. Let's talk about a lot of things, all relating to NXT and some of the things you may not know, like what actually went on prior to the show. And really, I was shocked. I was really shocked by the matches that they had, basically because it involved a lot of the evolved talent. And to give you some examples of what the matches were, there actually were, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 matches. And I will tell you that Brooks Jensen went against Aaron Rourke. And that was one heck of a match. Benson gave Rourke a slap to the chest that you could have heard. It kind of silenced the PC for a few minutes. Then we had Mason Rourke and Cam Hendricks. Now, Cam had a good theory going into that match with Mason Rourke. And I think his thoughts were, if I can get this big guy down and be able to keep him down long enough, maybe I have a chance of winning this match. And honestly, that's what Cam did. He hit Rourke pretty much before, just as the bell rang, and he did not let up. And he actually got him down on the mat. And I would say if Mason Rourke has a weakness, is if it's him on the mat and getting up. Not that he can't get up, he can. But that's probably one of his weakest spots, I guess, if you want to call it that. Cam just kept hitting him. Now, I will give it to Rourke. When Rourke would throw him, and I mean literally, like throw him across the ring, and sometimes he would just take his arm and just throw him. And I was like, wow, the power and ability this guy must have is, because Cam is in what? He's got to be over 6 foot tall. He's probably over 200 pounds, easily over 200 pounds. And for him to be able to throw him around in the ring like that was pretty impressive. The match went on for a while, and you could tell that both men were getting kind of tired, but I'm not going to tell you who wins. We also had a very interesting tag team, and the tag team was Jasper Troy and Cappuccino Jones versus Jax Priestley and Harley Riggins. And that was a really tough match, because once Riggins and Priestley got a hold of Cappuccino Jones, which he actually started the match, there was no letting up. He was another one that they were just throwing him around the ring like crazy. And pretty much because they outweighed him by so much, I'm guessing. It was like the last bit of that match, and it went on for a while as well, that they tapped in Jasper Troy, and then that made the huge difference. All right, and then we had Reina Volkova. Anyway, it's Nikki Blackheart versus Zoe. Her name is spelled Sager, or is it UR? Anyway, that was an interesting match. I will tell you that Nikki just pretty much had that match won before she even got in. Not only the difference in height, and skills and everything like that, but it was a great match. It did not last long, but let's get on to what happened later on. Let's talk about none other than, Fatu. Fatu And it was interesting because, like, when he got into the ring, you know, if you notice, if you play back, because that whole episode is on YouTube, it's a very quick clip, and we actually had to rewatch it because we were very close to the PC ring. However, we had like security there, we had the WWE ring crew there, you had Blake Howard there, you had Mike Rowe there. They were all, oh, and of course the video and camera people. And so we were there, and when they said Zilla, and I'm like, oh my God, because like, if you guys saw the pay-per-view this weekend that he dropped the belt, you know, those announcers kept saying, oh, he's going to WWE. And I'm like, WWE? What? Okay, I get it that he's a Fatu, Jacob Fatu, you know, Naomi Fatu. All right, I don't know how this is going to play out, but are we having like the Fatus versus the Bloodline? Who knows? But anyway, the WWE people, and I mean the employees who work for WWE, did not know who Zilla Fatu was. And I jumped out of my chair. I'm like, oh my God, I got to get a picture of this. I've got to get the picture of this. And one of the camera people that we know, he does a lot of the videos that you see of like Raw and SmackDown. He does them for NXT as well. Anyway, had me to come over where he was and get a better picture of it, of Zilla, and I did, and I was like, I was just so shocked, and I was going around the people that we know, Zilla's here, and it's interesting, but okay, besides the excitement, let's get down to brass tacks, and I don't know if you feel this way or not, but I felt like Cruz Montana just got here, like maybe 2-3 weeks ago, and they were building his storyline for the heat wave, right? And then you throw in Zilla, which it kind of took the spotlight right off of Cruz Montana, and it's like, well, we just spent like trying to build this match up and try to sell this match for heat wave, and then you throw Zilla in there. And it's like, wow, it kind of changes the dynamics because everybody now is very excited about Zilla being there. And even at first, the crowd, you know, they kind of like wasn't sure who he was. And then the people who did know, you know, started chatting his name, and then everybody started clicking in. And even afterwards, I mean, I was still so psyched from him coming out that, wow. What can I say? Anyway, I was just wondering, okay, about your thoughts. Do you think that they cut Cruz Montana's shine off a little bit by introducing Zilla so fast into the company? I would love to hear your comments down below. As always, I want to thank you for watching, subscribing, and until the next time, bye for now.